We speak student.
Respecting adults, a la Shmoop. Penelope Powers is all about fighting the man. That would be every man. Every one of them over the age of about 20. In fact, she even started a club called the Man Fighters. For a while, there was some confusion, and she was getting a lot of sign-ups from guys who were looking to get into boxing, but, she cleared it up with some new signage. The club's message is simple. Kids are cool, adults drool. In Penelope's eyes, adults are behind the root of every problem. They fight and argue among themselves. They create rules and laws that keep kids from enjoying themselves, simply because they're so grumpy and disappointed with their own lives that they'll do whatever it takes to keep anyone else from having fun. Not to mention that they're just, old and ugly and gross, and they smell. So far, 3 other kids, Huey, Dewey, and Fred, have joined the Man Fighters. They're equally as upset with the way things are and are sick and tired of adults getting to decide how every aspect of their lives play out. All right, fast forward 20 years. Well, oops, the Man Fighters is still in business. Yeah, it's a little shocking. The treehouse has seen better days. But through thick and thin, the 4 of them have hung together, sticking it to the big people. Until one day they suddenly realized they are the big people. When they weren't looking, they went ahead and grew up. They've become the man. All of a sudden, all the stuff adults do is starting to make some sense to them. They've gotten older, gotten jobs, gotten married, had kids, and the various stresses of responsibility and obligation have sunk in. They realize now that some rules are set, not just to stomp out fun and be fuddy-duddies, but to preserve order and to keep the peace and protect the innocent and all that kind of stuff. They realize that all the stuff they used to say to their parents about how they're going to be different when they grow up, they're now hearing their kids say to them. And they're hearing themselves dole out punishments and timeouts and curfews. Might be time to close the treehouse doors at last. It hits Penelope that kids and adults are different types of people, but they're both people, just different versions of each other. Adults have gone through decades more of life experience, and it's shaped and changed them, sometimes for the better. They aren't always right about everything, but most of them are just stumbling along their own path as they take the same journey their kids will someday, and they're doing their best to, more or less do their best. Regardless, the very fact that they've put in the time and taken the journey makes adults deserving of at least some respect. Unfortunately, that's only hit Penelope now that she hasn't spoken to her parents in 10 years and has made life difficult for herself by getting in the face of every authority figure she's ever encountered. Maybe there's still hope for Huey, Dewey, and Fred.